comment section has been raving, and they're finally here. From BMC Toys comes the Marx Russian Army Men. These molds pay homage to the Russians of World War II and their valiant effort to push back the Nazi forces. We'll recon 3 separate sets, 36 pieces each, red, olive, and burgundy brown. Для Родины. Let's recon. Inspired by the Russian fighting man of World War II, these poses are reissues from the 1960s Marx collection, each bag bolstering 36 pieces in 6 poses at a scale of 1/32. We have 3 colors here: red, olive, and burgundy brown. Alright, let's take a closer look at the packaging. So we'll start with the red bag. They're pretty much all identical except for the base color on the packaging. BMC Toys logo proudly displayed there. And I like the font style they chose. That letter A is actually from the Cyrillic alphabet. Along the back we see these bright red Russian Army men and a little bit of a warning on the back. Alright, on to the deployment. Here we go. Starting with the olive, now the red, and finally the brown. So here we have the 2 earthy colors of the olive and brown contrasted by that bright red color. You'll have to forgive me, I had to play around with my camera settings. Some of these scenes, the red is going to be really blown out. Here at the overview, we have a confirmed total of 36 pieces per bag, and we have assorted stances. Most of them are in an attacking stance. Here we've got the pistol wielders, we've got the rifleman, then you have a melee guy with his rifle up over his head, and then you have one dramatic stance where a guy looks like he's just been shot. His guns and arms go flying up into the air. So these stances are really aggressive. It looks like they're in the moment. You can really feel the intensity of their poses. As we move on to the inspection lineup, we can see the vibrant red, and then we have this officer here. You'll notice these guys have the star on their belt buckles, a nice detail there. I love the guy that's running too. You can see his clothing that's flapping in the wind as he runs towards the fight. The one thing about these poses is that they are quite dramatic. You can definitely feel the intensity in these still shots, especially in this guy getting shot, going down to the ground epically. Then you have this guy wielding the stick grenade, about to unleash some medicine on the German invaders. Now, you guys were commenting on these other videos, and you were talking about the amount of detail that these Russians have. You guys were not lying. These Russians are fantastic. So we talk about the detail in the clothing. The wrinkles are where they should be. Now, we're going to go to the guy that's running right now. So you can see all the details in his jacket. Looks like he's wearing a thick, heavy coat there. And as he's running, his coat tail is being kicked up by the wind. That's a great effect there. Then we have a color comparison between the Timmy Rust and this burgundy brown that's labeled on the BMC's website. Both of these look pretty much the same. Now we take a look at this dramatic pose. I want you to notice something in the hands there. You can see actually all 5 digits are separated. I mean, that's really phenomenal. Another detail here is that his holster is wide open and empty because he had his gun drawn, which is now about to fall out of his hand. If you go to the officer, you can see actually wrinkles in the palm of his hand. What I noticed was too, he's actually holding his pistol in his left hand. Perhaps he did a cross draw there. Great detailing along the back. You can definitely make out the stitching in the shirt and the strap. We move on to the Grenadier. I like this guy because he has such a dramatic pose. It looks like he's about to chug that 1.5 miles away. So this BMC Marx stance is similar to the Timmy melee stance. We're going to take a look at the colors here. So pretty much the red is on par with each other. Take a closer look at the olive green rifleman. You see the star on his belt. Nice detailing in the clothing. Wrinkles are where they should be. I like the satchel on his back. Looks like he's got some extra pouches there, maybe for ammunition. Each of these figures have these tall leather boots going up. What adds to the realism of the rifleman is that his knees are bent. It looks like he's peeking out of cover real briefly to take a shot at the enemy. These Russians are listed at a 132 scale, as are the Timmys. And then the other BMC German here is actually a 130. You see he's a little bit taller. We've just reconned the BMC toys, Russian soldiers. These classic Marx designs still hold up today. It's incredible the amount of detail that they have. This review was a lot of fun. You guys, thank you so much for suggesting this. I'd like to mention real briefly that the tanks and the flags are sold separately. Again, I gotta tell you, for something that is meant to be played with as a toy, there's a great amount of detailing in this. For Call of Plastic, I'm Bill Greenwater. We'll see you next time, Commanders. До скорой встречи!